$9.8 million. You think that is everything? What's up, people? It's your girl, Adeola. Hey! Almost $10 million. Cash, dollars, not naira. That is how much EFCC found inside a safe, hidden in a village house belonging to the former group managing director of NNPC. That is a Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. You know where the money is. One man hiding $9.8 million. I mean, in this time of recession, I don't believe that's how much he stole. I think that is just how much he had left. Personally, I think it must have been at least $10 million that this man stole. By the way, he said that it was a gift to Oga. Seriously, you have insulted us enough. Incompatibility. You robbed us of $10 million and now you are telling us that it was a gift. Do we look like Momo to you as in the whole of Nigeria? We must really look stupid to this man. What an incompatibility. A gift that you cannot deposit in the bank. In a country where armed robbers break into people's houses to steal money, even in the daytime. Is it possible, Mr. Man, that you stole the money and then you know that you won't be able to explain to EFCC how you got $9.8 million in your account? That is why you decided to go and hide it in your village. And the whistleblower, by the way, said that there were 4 safes. They found only 1. EFCC found only 1. So if there were 4, that means it's possible that there were similar amounts in each safe, and that would be about $40 million cash, my people. How do these people sleep at night? By the way, Nigeria now has a new policy that a whistleblower would get 5% of the loot. That means that somebody just got $490,000. Allah, wow. Woo, father! What are we doing with our lives? $490,000. That is 246 million naira with this exchange rate. No, so my dear, we need to start blowing whistles. I look at you. Here, this is $1.25. You go and buy a whistle while I'm doing this. We need to start blowing whistles. Is it true that the whistleblower rejected the 5%? It is true. Some people are just naturally good and they don't want to be rewarded. What can we say? Thank you, whoever you are, for blowing this whistle. We appreciate you. By the way, I've been thinking a lot about what that money in the safe could do. That's only $10 million, because that is how much he had left. So I'm very sure the money must have been at least $10 million. That is 5.4 billion naira, by the way. If the monthly minimum wage is 18,000 naira in Nigeria, that means that this money would pay the salaries of more than 23,000 workers for a whole year in Nigeria. That is 23,000 families that would have food on their tables for a whole year in this time of recession. The money in that safe will buy 333 brand new Ford Police Interceptor all-wheel drive utility SUV vehicles like they use in some parts of the US. Like this. Each one of these costs $25,000 plus $5,000 to customize. That means we will have 333 of this on the streets of Nigeria with the Nigerian Police Force written on it. Just imagine. Rise Foundation here in the US is building schools in remote parts of Angola, and each of these schools is costing them $12,000. They will use that $12,000 to build one school and also drill a well for the community to have water. So far, they've built 154 schools, educating over 106,000 students. So with that stolen money, we will be able to build 833 brand new primary or secondary schools in remote parts of Nigeria. 833, that means that at least 530,000 children in remote areas of Nigeria will be in school by now with the money this man was hiding in the safe. Also, one 500 kVA transformer is $9,600 in Lagos. That means that with that money that this man was hiding, we can buy 1,041 transformers to distribute around the country. Also, with that $10 million, you can construct a 10 megawatt power plant. I've heard that 1 megawatt can provide electricity for 1,000 homes. If that is true, that means that this money would provide electricity for 10,000 homes. 10,000 homes. Keep in mind that the whole of Nigeria right now, a population of 180 million, we are presently relying on 4,154 megawatts, which means that each megawatt is servicing 43,331 homes. Oh my, how is that possible? That is why we have up NEPA, down NEPA. That is why you don't have electricity most times. If 1 megawatt is servicing 43,000 homes, not long ago we generated 0 megawatts in the whole country, and some power plants still generate 0 megawatts. The vice president recently said that we can get up to 7,000 megawatts by the end of this quarter. We're still waiting. They've been advertising that, so we're still waiting. But the money in that safe will generate enough electricity for for 10,000 homes. I wish they would just invest that in my village. You know, you get what I'm saying. Better still, this money would fix part of the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, if not the whole thing, at least from Oyo-Ile to my village. And if that road is fixed, we won't have people dying on the road every day like they do in accidents. And speaking of people dying, that money will build us nice hospitals. It doesn't have to be like the big ones they have here. I've seen a number of cancer centers here in the US built with $10 million. I mean, St. Joseph Mercy Center in Michigan is planning on spending $10 million in expansion project in order to build a cancer center. Just think of how many lives would be saved if we have a cancer center of international standard in Nigeria. It doesn't have to be big, so long as it can do the job. And then the runway that we are constructing right now in Abuja is 5.8 billion naira. No, so that means that the money that this man was hiding, which is 5.4 billion naira, can almost complete the runway, or at least it would build us another runway. No, so what am I even talking about? You can drill one borehole with 200,000 naira in a remote part of Nigeria. That means that with the money that this man was hiding, we can drill up to 25,000 boreholes across Nigeria. 25,000 boreholes, and millions of people will have water to drink. Instead, one man kept all this in his house, and this is just one save. Apparently, he was hiding 4 safes. And if it's true that he was hiding 4 safes, that means that we would have 4 of everything that I said, everything that I listed. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if they've been spending this money on vacations, fancy cars, building houses, going to Dubai, you know, things that don't make any sense. Meanwhile, when this man turned 60 last year, his friends were describing him as God-fearing, a devoted Christian, a person of integrity.
He is such a trustworthy human being.
Very passionate about Nigeria. He's very passionate to see Nigeria succeed.
He's a true Christian, and the test of that is in the way he lives his life.
I'm like, are you serious? I mean, is it possible that all those people did not know that he was spending more than he was making? Are you surprised? I am not. I'm not surprised. In Nigeria, if you have money, hey, if people respect you, regardless of however you made your money, they are not even interested. And even if they know that you stole the money, they don't care. And they recently honored him at a Baptist Theological Seminary.
The immediate past group managing director of NNPC, Andrew Yakubu, the pastor's son, the award is one he cherished as recognition from his parents.
They said that he's a pastor's son. So the sad thing is, this man was not the biggest shot at NNPC. Whatever he has stolen, there are people who have stolen much more than that. So you can just imagine how much money has been stolen. And let's not forget his boss. I mean, Madam Alison Madueke, the former petroleum minister. Remember that $20 billion disappeared in her time. 20 billion. Billion. I was talking about million. All the things that I listed. This is billion. EFCC recently found another house belonging to this woman worth $37 million at Banana Island in Lagos. $37 million. I mean, in this same month, EFCC also recovered 111 million naira cash from 23 corrupt INEC officials. Of course, I'm sure that they had much more than that. It's just that that's how much they had left when they were arrested. When you hear of how much people have stolen in Nigeria, you wonder if there is any hope for this country. Like, you can't help but to wonder if there's any hope for Nigeria. But you know, like many of you, I'm not giving up on Nigeria. I give huge kudos to the Buhari's administration for going after all these thieves. I can't even imagine. I had no idea that people have stolen this much. I think that the Buhari's administration should be commended for all the money that they've recovered. Having said that, we really need to know what they are doing with all the recovered funds. And people have been shouting for so long, if we've been pumping all this money back into the economy, things won't be this hard in Nigeria. Workers would be paid their salaries. So the Buhari's administration, as much as they are recovering the money, they need to let us know what they are doing with the money. They've been saying that they are keeping it as evidence. You are keeping evidence and people are dying. You need to pump this money back into the economy. And hopefully the presidency is watching. If you can pick up Donald Trump's call, there is nothing stopping you from addressing Nigerians that put you in power, which is why Donald Trump can call you in the first place.
The president also recently had phone calls with the presidents of Tunisia, Peru, Nigeria, Colombia, and South Africa. Readouts are available on all of those calls.
We need to know what is happening with the president's health. Those people, they don't tire me. You guys not don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.